Good afternoon. Please be seated. It is my distinct privilege to welcome you to the Class of 2030 White Coat Ceremony. My name is Dr. Fred Wundesford, and I serve as the Dean of the University of Arizona College of Medicine, Phoenix. First, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our new students on behalf of the entire College of Medicine faculty. I would also like to welcome all the parents, loved ones, and friends who have joined us today. Students, family, and guests, our medical school is blessed to have strong leaders and champions, some of whom are in the audience today. While not every member of our staff and faculty could be with us for the ceremony, please know they are lending their full support. We're all committed to preparing you to take your place as the next generation of physicians. I would like to acknowledge the members of the admission committee, I'm still sure the students would too, who had the challenge of selecting 145 members of this entering class from more than 6,000 highly qualified applicants. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, I am honored to introduce some of the college's senior leaders, esteemed colleagues, partners, and special guests. Would you please rise and remain standing as your names are called? Dr. Jennifer O'Hay, Chief of Staff for the Medical Executive Committee at Banner University Medical Center, Phoenix. Mr. Dan Post, Chief Executive Officer at Banner University Medical Division, Phoenix. Dr. Robert Trenchel, the President and CEO of Onvita Health. Dr. Alan Wang, our alumni and keynote speaker, a graduate of the college's class of 2013. Dr. Wang is the program director of the college's neurology residency. Dr. Renita Sharma, Executive Vice Dean for the College of Medicine, Phoenix. Dr. Stephanie Briney, Associate Dean of Student Affairs. Dr. Nafis Shamsuddin, Assistant Dean of Admissions and Recruitment. Dr. Mira Milas, Associate Dean of Admissions and Recruitment. Dr. Lisa M. Grimaldi, Associate Dean of the Foundational Curriculum. Dr. James Prister, Associate Dean of the Clinical Curriculum. And Dr. Katie Bright-Hillis, Interim Vice Dean of Medical Education for our new Yuma Regional Branch. Thank you to all of our leaders and our special guests. Please be seated. Class of 2030, and in some cases, class of 2029. Today is a major milestone in your collective journey in medicine. It is the first step in a lifelong commitment to being students of medicine and science in service to your patients. You are entering medical school, an exciting time for the University of Arizona College of Medicine, Phoenix. Our medical school is growing. You're our largest class. We have welcomed and are recruiting exceptional new leaders who will transform how we deliver education in fields like anesthesiology, otolaryngology, urology, biomedical informatics, and interdisciplinary oncology. Our research enterprise is escalating, creating opportunities for you and our current students to better explore areas of immense need, uncovering how their genetic makeup shapes our ability to treat and better understand disease. And our campus continues to develop. The construction just north of the Biomedical Sciences Partnership Building will house future research laboratory space, establishing the college as a premier institution for biomedical research. It will feature a robust new auditorium accommodating for an additional progress in our goal of additional class expansion in the coming years. You are also a fundamental part of that growth, and you will be instrumental in helping to address the issues facing healthcare in Arizona. This year, we are formally launching our new 3-year primary care accelerated program at our Yuma branch in collaboration with Onvita Health. The students entering this program will shape the future of medicine in Yuma, alleviating the shortage of primary care physicians in the region. They have made a commitment to help serve those in most need, and as the first rural regional medical school branch in Arizona, we could not be prouder of the promise they and the program represent. We hope it will lead to future expansion within the state. For our 4-year MD candidates, the next 4 years will be about discovering which specialty truly sparks your passion. It is a road of learning and lessons, and I encourage you to embrace the challenges it presents. For all of you, though, your experience serving communities through your clinical rotations will help you appreciate the vital role community and culture play in healthcare. Now, most importantly today, you formally accept the responsibilities of one of our noblest professions. You embody our mission to inspire and train exemplary physicians, scientists, and leaders to optimize health and healthcare in Arizona and beyond. Over the course of your studies, our extraordinary group of partners, faculty, and staff will ensure we fulfill that mission. It will be a road full of bumps, stops, starts, and forks, many. You will learn how to treat those who serve with compassion and care, to address not just the disease, but the patient that it afflicts, and you will evolve into the physician you dreamt of becoming. And these white coats symbolize that commitment, a vow you're about to put into words when you collectively recite the physician's pledge. Wearing this coat is a promise to uphold the noblest tenets of medical profession. That is something I am reminded of every day I don my white coat. Now, a little aside. You will note the length of the white coats vary. This is a time-honored tradition in medicine. The shorter coats belong to the trainees, the longer coats belong to the trained. So if you were wondering why the students today have short coats, they're trainees. And I know I speak for everyone on this stage, as well as for all our faculty and staff in the audience, when I say we're excited to welcome you into the profession and to see how you evolve during your time here. Congratulations. I know you will make your families and all of us proud. Now, before I introduce the first of our invited speakers, it is important for us to recognize Banner Health for their generous donation of the white coats and stethoscopes today, as well as to acknowledge the support of the people of Arizona, the Arizona Board of Regents, our college's clinical partners and donors whose financial and institutional support has made it possible for you to grow in your knowledge, skills, and professionalism at our college. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Dr. Robert Trenchel, a very good friend, who will join me on stage to offer some congratulatory remarks to our students as they prepare to formally begin their medical school journey. A graduate of Nova Southeastern University, Dr. Trenchel's patient-centric, physician-focused leadership serves as an organizational beacon for the delivery of compassionate, high-quality, efficient care at Envita Health. Dr. Trenchel and his amazing group at Envita Health will be shepherding our 3-year primary care program students as they undertake their 18 months of clinical training in Arizona, interestingly, 18 months from now. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Trenchel.
Thank you, Fred, and thank you, Dean Fred, and the entire UA faculty, really, for helping us establish this medical school branch in Yuma. It's something that we're very proud of. The University of Arizona, thank you as well for the all the support and effort that's gone into setting this up. It hasn't been an easy lift, but it's been fantastic. It's going to be great for the community. It's going to be great for Southwest Arizona. It's going to be great for rural medicine in general. And it's an honor to be with you here today as we celebrate really what I would consider a series of remarkable milestones. Milestones that not only shape the future of medicine, but will also transform lives for generations to come. Today is a great day for rural healthcare and marks the beginning of a meaningful partnership between Envita Health and the University of Arizona College of Medicine, Phoenix, a partnership that's built on a shared commitment to advancing medical education and strengthening the communities that we serve. Together, we're creating something special, a program that will help address the critical physician shortages, expand access to care, and build a stronger healthcare foundation and future for Southwest Arizona and beyond. It's our hope that this collaboration serves as a model for other rural healthcare systems and medical schools across the country, a reminder that when organizations come together with a common purpose, we can improve health outcomes while supporting and inspiring the next generation of physicians. Today is also a great day for the 18 students that chose the rural path at Envita that are seated before me. As a physician, healthcare leader, community member, and a patient, I have 2 messages for you. The first is enjoy the journey. The next few years will be among the most challenging, rewarding, and transformative years of your life. I still remember my own days as a medical student, the late nights, the endless studying, the demanding clinical rotations, and the moments of self-doubt that naturally come along the way. But what I remember most are the friendships, the mentors, the lessons that extended far beyond textbooks, the camaraderie that carried us through the difficult days. One day, you'll look back and you'll realize that these years helped shape not only the physician you became, but the person you became as well. My second message is one of gratitude. First, thank you for choosing a profession dedicated to others. Being a physician is both a privilege and a responsibility. It means putting patients first, often when they're at their most vulnerable. It means earning trust, showing compassion, and recognizing the profound impact you can have on another person's life. Never take that privilege for granted. Second, thank you for choosing Envita Health. I often refer to Envita Health as a unicorn. Many of the attributes that make Envita special can be attributed to our core values: bring kindness, achieve together, aspire for better, do the right thing, and lead with optimism. These are so much more than words. They describe the culture that you will feel and contribute to as part of your Envita Health experience. And finally, thank you for choosing Yuma. You will quickly discover that Envita Health is deeply rooted in our community. We're neighbors caring for neighbors. The relationships you build here with patients, families, colleagues, and community members will have a lasting impact on your training and your career. Like many rural communities, Yuma faces a shortage of primary care physicians and healthcare providers. By choosing to train here, you're already contributing to the future of healthcare in our region. Your presence will make a meaningful difference in the lives of the people that we serve. Congratulations on earning your white coat, on embarking on this incredible journey. We're honored to welcome you to the Envita Health family, and we look forward to welcoming you to the community in months ahead. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Trenchel, for those motivational remarks. Your partnership through the process of establishing the first rural regional medical school branch in Arizona at our school in collaboration with Onvita Health have been invaluable. There have been some starts and stops along the way, and it took us a little longer than I think we all thought it would. And a special thanks to State Senator Brian Fernandez, who's here with us today. Brian, can you stand up? His work was also instrumental in bringing the regional branch together. I know I speak on behalf of all the college's leadership when I say that we're immensely excited for this program and how it will help to alleviate the physician shortage facing rural regions of the state. The success of our alumni in their chosen specialties are a true measure of our performance as a medical school. Call it evidence-based success. I am delighted to introduce Dr. Alan Wang as our alumni and keynote speaker. The program director of our neurology residency, Dr. Wang rejoined the College of Medicine Phoenix as a faculty member following the completion of his epilepsy fellowship at the University of Miami. A born and raised Arizonan, we're incredibly thankful that he has come back to the state to share his expertise with our students. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Wang to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alan Wang, and I am quite honored to be here today. I had the privilege of sitting in your seats 18 years ago, and I remember so much from that day. Just the sheer excitement, the anticipation that filled my mind as I held my white coat. I still remember stepping on the campus, the hot Phoenix summer air just hitting my face as I parked my car, where now stands the Health Sciences Education Building. Our white coat ceremony was at the Phoenix Union High School, and Building 2, as we called the auditorium. My sweat was pouring down my face nonstop and evaporating, kind of similar to right now, actually, as I entered the auditorium. But when I got in there, it was buzzing with anticipation, relief from the heat, and just excitement for us to begin our journey. I scampered with my classmates to the back room to prepare for our walk, and then one by one, we went on stage and we got our white coat. It's a symbol of our future responsibilities and calling. Dr. Elaine Nigaman gave our keynote address, and what a speech it was. I remember feeling energized, hopeful, fortunate, humanistic. She was so inspirational. I wanted to have a career just like hers. I wish I remembered what she said. Dr. Nigaman, I apologize. I cannot remember your speech. No, I did not party too much the night before the ceremony. It wasn't from the heat. There was just a lot going on, as I'm sure is the case for all of you. However, what I do remember, though, is how I felt being in that room, being in your seats at this time. So hopefully by the end of these next 5 to 10 minutes, you too will forget me, but remember exactly how you're currently feeling. My wife, Dr. Amber Wang, also a graduate at UACompE, and I became parents in 2022. Our son, Axel, is a very curious little guy, as most toddlers are. We take walks every morning and night. And one night he asked me a very poignant question. He asked, "Why is the moon following me?" I answered, "Well, it's far away, so you can always see it." "Oh, why?" "Well, things that are far away in the sky are sometimes easier to see." "Why?" "Well, the sky is high and bright objects." "Why?" "Because, okay, because." This wonder we all have as children continues through the years because we keep asking why. We may eventually find an answer, but then we continue to ask, why? You start high school, you take AP biology. Why? Then you go to college, you take organic chemistry. Why? You take biochemistry, then maybe you take a detour to music theory, wonder if you should try a career in classical music, realize that would take away from some basketball time. So anyway, it's eventually better to stick to science. Why? Ultimately, your why took you here to the University of Arizona College of Medicine, Phoenix, 4 or 3 years from becoming a physician. So now, why do you want to go through medical school? For the stress? For the thrill of not sleeping? I found multiple answers throughout the years, 2 of which occurred during medical school. During my clinical rotations as a third-year med student, I was fortunate to spend 5 weeks on the transplant team at what was Banner Good Samaritan Hospital. This service included hepatic and renal malignancies and cancers, as the surgeons were and still are some of the best at removing those cancers, especially with pancreatic cancer. Lots of patients from around the state were sent to the clinic for surgical evaluations, so as students, we met these patients and watched these surgeries on a daily basis. Even with the worst of diseases, though, humanity has a way to get lost. Becoming jaded is natural, perhaps a defense mechanism. As Dr. Marcy Moffat, whom some of you, actually all of you probably met, plainly puts it, they will try to beat the humanity out of you. I remember feeling particularly downtrodden after seeing the 10th very sick and dying patient. The attending surgeon, in the 3+ decades that he had been doing this, did not waver. With the 11th dying patient, where he could no longer help, he sat down with the patient and just held his hands. They chatted for a little bit, and they wept. The patient looked at me and said, "This doctor has helped me more than anyone could." And then I realized in that moment it was clear that although medicine did not win in that instance, compassion won the battle for that patient. And what better reason to become a physician if not to have compassion? Later on that year, as I honed in on neurology, I had the honor of working with Dr. Barry Hendon, now the most seasoned neurologist in Arizona. He still practices, and I am honored now to be his colleague. He specializes in multiple sclerosis, a terrible neurologic disorder where the brain's communication systems are essentially melted by your own immune system. Some patients can recover neurological function, some cannot. I was able to witness a very similar compassion that he had for all of his patients. His days were packed, often in multiple clinical locations, making me wonder if I was really truly cut out to be a neurologist. At the end of those days and months, Dr. Hendon would then give community talks at various multiple sclerosis events for patients. Google him. You'll see how involved he is. The best part, though, he's never not smiling. He told me, "Alan, this is a calling. We were given these gifts not just for the care of one person. Certainly is very important that you can help one life, but if you can, we were also given the opportunity to care for and help lead a community as well. Not many professions allow you to help on multiple levels." And wow, did he walk that talk. These experiences were perhaps the most formidable during medical school for me. Compassion as a root of your daily interactions, and community engagement as a pillar of your lifelong work. Since I graduated in 2013, all the adages come true every time I walk into this new campus. "We didn't have this when I was your age. What's this? I learned medicine on stone tablets. You should be grateful for all this." And then, of course, wow, a lot has changed. As you all know, if there is one constant in life, it's change, and medical school will change you. In the past 3.5 years, I've undergone even more change as I became a parent. Parents in the audience, you all know that change is an understatement. Changing diapers is an understatement. However, one thing that has not changed every time I come onto campus are my whys. I was able to ultimately answer my son's why question about why the moon was following him. "Dad, why is it still following me?" "It loves you, and it wants to say hi." "Oh, okay. Hi, moon. I love you too." He obviously didn't understand physics, but he understood love. And that's the humanity I hope you don't lose in these next 4 years and during residency. Even in the face of helpless disease, these patients remain human, and compassion can always help humanity. Artificial intelligence cannot replicate true human compassion. You will undergo changes, some recognizable, some not, and some of your whys will change as well. I gained 2 little whys in the past 4 years. I found meaning in being an educator in medicine. The importance of legacy and paying it forward is part of why I'm here, as I'm about to start being on call in 50 minutes. Ask yourself why constantly. It allows you to reframe your life's goals and circumstances, and with experience, will ultimately help you become the best physician. And I would argue that there's no better place to undergo change than at this campus for all the growth it has had in the past decade. Speaking of growth, med students, please turn around and look at your friends and family who have accompanied you here and watched you grow over the years. There would be no you without their support, so please stand up and give them a round of applause. You probably won't remember a thing I said today, and that's okay. I hope you're focused on celebrating yourselves. But as my son remembers feeling loved, I hope you remember how happy, hopeful, and excited you feel today. In the next few weeks, months, and years, I hope you also remember what got you here and why you are here. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wang. Actually brought a little tear to my eye for inspiring our students. Please accept our appreciation for your service as the White Coat alumni and keynote speaker. Now it is my pleasure to turn over the program to Dr. Renita Sharma, Executive Vice Dean of our college, to begin the presentation of White Coats to our class of 2030 and primary care accelerated program students.
Good afternoon. Please note that professional photographers will be taking photographs of each of our students, and we will make them available to you on our website. I would respectfully ask that family and friends stay seated during the coating to ensure everyone can see their loved ones. However, cheering is welcome and encouraged. Today is an exciting day for our students and for our college. I'm honored to be here to participate in presenting these students with their very first white coat. On behalf of the faculty, may I say that we are excited to welcome you as students into our profession. We take our roles as mentors and teachers very seriously. We are here to ensure your foundation in medicine and humanism are very strong. Both are essential to being a great physician. And for the loved ones in the audience, this day is as much for you, so please don't be bashful. We want to hear you proudly cheer on the start of a life-changing journey for your student. Along with myself, my colleagues, Dr. Stephanie Briney and Dr. Shamsuddin, will call the students forward. Doctors Milas, Grimaldi, Prister, and Bright Hillis have the honor of coating them. Students, as you cross the stage, Mr. Post and Dr. O'Hay will hand you your stethoscope, which were so generously donated by Banner Health. Please then stop for a picture with Dean Fred before returning to your seats. Doctors Milas, Grimaldi, Prister, and Bright Hillis, would you please step forward to do the honor of coating our medical students? Malik Abuwandi. Astrid Acosta. Simone Afuwork. Aman Agarwal. Olga Alhimanak. Erin Alpaw. Emily Amadei. Gabriella Anthony. Mahanur Ashraf. Neha Badwar. Tyler Baldwin. Ella Barnum. Marunata Bufurdu. Kiana Begay. Andrew Bell. Tanya Bhatti. Adriana Bodarash. Tanner Brady. Jonathan Brito. Ethan Brower. Tara Bromfield. Justin Buchanan. Antonio Carton Ferrandino. Sarah Shocker. Kaylin Chang. Ashley Chen. Eric Cheney. Cole Childs. Cameron Cochran. Madison Cocker. Elizabeth Dannenbrink. Nora Day. Kaylin Detloff. Nehal Devpura. Christina Diaz. Mobeen Imran Doost. Sebastian Dutu. Alexandria Eller Shaw. Isabella Espinosa. Jet Feld. Drake Feinberg. Madeline Forshee. Damien Galasso. Sabrina Galambor. Daniel Gazarian. Vansh Goyal. Joshua Goldring. Nathaniel Grennan. Dr. Briney, would you please step forward to announce the next group of students?
All right. Natalie Garami. Tabitha Hacker. Emily Harris. Michael Haven. Gordon He. Chance Herbert. Benjamin Horvath. Edgar Shea. Tiana Hua. Carissa Huckaba. Anavi Jane. Prem Jane. Joanna Joseph. Timothy Kalen. Sean Kaya. Liam King. Amaya Kulkarni. Nicole Laline. Jonathan Lum. Hung Lei. Tian Lei. Brianna Lent. Cameron Lloyd Jones. Kelly Mahoney. Skylar Main Gennaro. Ian Martinez. Jenna Materna. Aaron McNally. Caleb May. Avantika Makala. Abigail Meyer. Andrea Mukalescu. Kylie Midton. Sierra Millard. Gavin Miller. Aiden Molinar. Nikaira Moodley. Cody Moser. Kayla Wynn. Ryan O'Hanrahan. Rachel Offerman. Samantha Orsini. Aneka Pullum Reddy. Alex Singh Parmar. Elena Pirzada. Fernando Daniel Pisano. William Prater. Dr. Shamsuddin, would you please step forward to announce our final group of students?
Asin Qureshi. Nicholas Radford. Tafsir Rahman. Sanjana Ramakrishnan. Star Ragoza. Eve Rennie. Sam Roberts. William Robinson V. Colby Robles. Rohit Sahota. Aiden Salick. Michaela Slevishon. Tara Schaefer. Amai Shaw. Husaifa Sheikh. Abhigyan Shukla. Amelia Sikalu. Sansita Singh. Lauren Schuyler. Sarah Slakova. Shaylin Smith. Harnoor Sodi. Thomas Statz. Alexandra Stuckey. Annika C. Hadia Tanvir. Mohammed Tariq. Austin Taylor. Nathan Tai. Lexi Todd. Alexa Topolisic. Matthew Torrell. Michael Obransky. Ryan Wagner. Abigail Wallace. Cole Ward. Winston Way. Gabriella Warnick. Zoe Wilkie Tomasic. Sean Emmett Worth. Brian Shea. Agnes Young. Jackson Yates. Eliana Yee. Agazi Johannes. Elias Yosfi. Malik Zaduk. Charles Jung. Zakane Joe. All right, let's give a round of applause for these amazing medical students.
Well, we just got enough stethoscopes, didn't we? No extras. So the first thing before, I'm going to go off script for a second, because one of the first years that I was here, somebody asked, why do we have these ribbons on the stethoscopes? Are we sorted somehow? No. Anybody want to venture a guess, the students? Those are UA colors. All right, that's kind of embarrassing that you don't know that, but that's okay, you will. The second thing is, this is a special time when you get your coat and your stethoscope. That's actually a very expensive stethoscope, so don't lose it. Because if you have to buy another one, it's like almost 200 bucks. Be careful with it. We are now going to do the physician's pledge. To do that, you're going to need your booklet, where unless you've memorized it, which is quite unlikely. So students, please stand and face the audience. To acknowledge the collective oath each of you are taking to the profession of medicine and to the service of your future patients, this year we will recite the Physician's Pledge, first adopted by the Second General Assembly of the World Medical Association in Geneva, Switzerland, in September 1948. This pledge, updated most recently in 2017, is a core international statement of medical ethics and will serve as a guiding light for you as you progress through medical school. So, now we're going to try to do this together. Begin. Students, you have to recite the oath, all right? Let's start. Okay, students, you can turn back around and you can be seated. On behalf of the college and everyone here, I want to thank you for making a commitment to compassionate, patient-centered care. I am confident that as you progress through your studies, that pledge will have an even richer meaning than it does today. Again, I'm going to go off script for a second. So my sister, who attended my white coat ceremony, actually, this is a while back, she lettered that onto a background and framed it. And so I have that in my office. So if you'd like to see it, I can prove that at one time I actually knew all the words. But the phrases that are in there, you'll immediately notice things like confidentiality and respect for others, humility, a lot of the core values that you all will have and will exercise as physicians. I want you to know that the College of Medicine Phoenix family, the city of Phoenix, and the communities we serve are all eager to get to know you and to work with you and to assist you in your educational journey. You are indeed the future of our profession. Congratulations, class of 2030. This is your new beginning. In closing, I would like to thank Drs. Wang and Trenchel for contributing so eloquently to our ceremony. Thank you also to the admissions and student services and marketing and communication teams, among many others, for your contributions to create this memorable occasion. To our honored guests in the audience, thank you again for supporting these young physicians in training. As we conclude today's ceremony, we ask you to remain in your seats until the students and faculty have recessed. You may meet your loved ones in the lobby, where refreshments and photographers are available. The professional photos taken throughout the ceremony will be provided on the college's website, as noted in the program. Welcome to medicine.